Welcome to another live stream watch long reaction. Tonight we're watching and reacting to Toronto Blue Jays at Seattle Mariners, the 2025 American League Championship Series. Game 5, the series is tied. The winner of the game tonight will have the catbird seat going back to Toronto, but we know there will be a Game 6. Will the Toronto Blue Jays have a chance to shut it down in Game 6? Or will the Seattle Mariners have a chance? As long as they steal one more in Toronto, they will advance to the World Series. Where will we be? Where will we be? Where will we be in 3.5 hours time? We're going to find out. Also, let's say we will probably find out who one of these teams will play in the World Series tonight. Not on stream, but the Game 4 of the NLCS is being played. The Dodgers have a 3-0 lead, and they've been very dominant. And they're playing still at Dodger Stadium. So this could be the first time the Dodgers ever sweep the NLCS. That's an actual stat. So the defending champions might just sweep the NLCS, and we'll know who the Jays are playing. We possibly, Game 5 would also be a day before Game 6 of the ALCS. So even if there is no sweep, there's a very high likelihood we're going to know who one of these two teams will play in the World Series, no matter who wins this series, which is good advantage for both these teams. Whoever wins, the Dodgers would have more rest. So, with that being said, can the Blue Jays keep their fire going? How we doing, Mile High? Or will the Mariners punch back and at least get one at home? The Blue Jays have not lost in Seattle since last July. Bryce Miller won 6 innings in Game 1. He was the best of the 4 starters from the Mariners. Can he do it again? Because tonight is another Bryce Miller night. Starting lineup for the Toronto Blue Jays. Batting first, the DH, George Springer. Batting second, the left fielder, Nathan Lucas. Batting third, the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Batting fourth, the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Batting fifth, the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Ernie Clement. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Addison Barger. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Andres Jimenez. Starting pitcher, Kevin Gausman. For the Seattle Mariners, Dan Wilson has heavily tweaked the Mariners lineup after the last 2 games of malaise. He will lead off with the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez, their best player this series, or one of their 2 best players this series. Cal Raleigh batting second, the catcher. Batting third, Jorge Polanco, their other best player this series. Batting third, the DH. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Josh Naylor. Batting fifth, the center fielder, Randy Arozarena. He has been dropped to 5. He's had a horrible series so far. He's either going to lengthen the horrible part of the Mariners lineup or shorten it. Well, it would either be the same. It's either going to be the same or lengthened, but either way. Third baseman batting 6th, Eugenio Suarez. Batting 7th, the shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Right fielder, Canzone, batting 8th. And second baseman, Leo Rivas, batting 9th for the Seattle Mariners. Starting pitcher, Bryce Miller. The man who went 6 innings in Game 1 and 1 hit the Toronto Blue Jays. I don't think it's going to be as good for him as it was for Game 1. He's going to have to regress to the mean. Gausman might as well, but I feel like them regressing to the mean still probably favors the Blue Jays, the way they've been hitting. So we're going to find out. Game starts in 4 minutes. First pitch in 4 minutes, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. They proposed moving the Holiday Bowl to Saudi Arabia. What the hell? Well, Game 5. Let's see how we go. A-Rod was probably right on Fox. First 2 games, Mariners were running straight on adrenaline. In Game 3, it died. True. I mean, to a certain extent, that's true, but the Mariners are still a very good baseball team. But the thing about the Mariners that I think hurts them is the fact they sell out for the home run. And the more desperate they are, the more they sell out for the home run. They've been a home run team. A lot of their runs, over 50%, come from the home run. And if all they can do is string together solo home runs, that's not going to happen. But I do believe they did look a little bit more like the Blue Jays in Toronto. That might have been the adrenaline. Even though Savage and Gausman had solid starts, they really feasted on that bullpen. They still hit home runs, but they string together some hits. So far, they really haven't done that in Seattle. And Seattle's more of a park where you should be able to string together hits. Ask the Blue Jays. So, you know what? Fair enough. But fair. I'll agree with A-Rod there to a certain extent, but I don't think he totally explained it perfectly. But in theory, you have a point considering if Seattle were doing well playing small ball and then hitting the home run in Toronto, which is a hitter's park, but it's easier to hit home runs in Toronto. Do I think Seattle's going to come to Toronto with the same energy they had to start the series? Whether they're up 3 or down, they're up 1 or down 1? Probably not. But would I rather be up 1 if I was Toronto? Yeah. Because I'll be honest, with the way we played the Mariners in Toronto, let's also look at that split. We've been horrible. We've only won 1 game of 5 in Toronto against the Mariners. We've won every game in Seattle. So we won 1 out of 3 when we played them in the regular season. So we're bound to get 1. I would rather be in the position of getting 1 sends us to the World Series than have to get 2. Who's to say where that 1 will come if we're up 1? I mean, the splits throughout the postseason, the reverse splits do seem to be a thing for the Blue Jays. Yeah. The reverse splits have been real for the Jays. They have absolutely dominated the Yankees in Toronto. They lost 1 and won 1 in New York, but they always got 1 no matter what in New York. They swept in Seattle. They're sweeping in Seattle. They have not won 1 yet in Toronto against the Mariners, but they did lose 2. So the reverse splits of the regular season have heavily shown themselves to be real when it comes to the Toronto Blue Jays playoffs. Now you could say, well, you don't know about the Dodgers. If they play the Dodgers, you don't know how it would look at home because you didn't play them at home. That's true. But we know what our record was on the road. So, either way, first pitch about to be thrown. Either way, you want Game 5, and that makes things much easier. Starting lineup for the Jays, George Springer, Nathan Lucas, Vladdy Jr., Alejandro Kirk, Dalton Varsho, Ernie Clement, Addison Barger, Isaiah Connor-Falefa, and Andres Jimenez. The same lineup we ran out last night, and it worked perfectly. Loper Fido still on the bench. I'm not surprised, but either way, the Toronto Blue Jays have a 35% chance to record 6+ runs. They're 57-1 in the regular season when scoring 6+ runs. The last 2 games, 10.5 runs per game. They're 50, 58, 59, and 2. They did not. Did they? I don't think so. No, it was 3. Yeah, 61-2 now, scoring 6+ runs because they did lose to New York, scoring 6 runs. And the game they clinched, they only scored 5. So you make it +5. Bryce Miller starting once again for the Mariners. If he gets rocked around, Brian Wu will be available out of the bullpen for the Seattle Mariners, but I don't know how good that would look either, to be real. If Miller gets rocked around, do they use Wu? Or do they throw him out to die? if he couldn't start, because at the start of the series, the Mariners were like, yeah, Brian Woo's going to start later on in the series. And he's not. So that makes you wonder, is he healthy enough? I feel like they're cooked right now, but either way, we'll see what happens. Can Bryce Miller change the mojo? He had an amazing game one start. George Springer took him deep, and then the Blue Jays had nothing else for him. I'm sure they can see him better this time, and I'm sure the bats are going to be better this time. There's no way it'll happen again, right? Thank you. It's the same one they're wearing during the game. Same as the hat. George Springer, 316 during the ALCS. And he'll start off, and he takes the strike. Bryce Miller tried to do it again. He got him on the outside of the plate, and Springer didn't offer this time. We'll see if that changes anything. Let's go, Blue Jays. 0-1 on George Springer. Takes the ball, 1-1. Okay, they're a little bit more comfortable against him. I could tell right now. It's early, but I could tell they're watching him. They're looking at his pitches. They're trying to work his count. And Springer swings through. What position did you play growing up? We're talking about baseball, or if I played baseball, I did play a year of T-ball, and I played pickup games, but normally third base or pitcher. And that's a ball, 2-2. Soccer-wise, football, pickup games, cam or left wing. You wanted to talk about that as well. But if I played basketball, all I could really play was point guard. Dude, I'm short. Springer swings through, and he strikes out. Miller strikes out Springer. Oh, Lord. Or does that mean everybody else does better? I don't know. High fastball, and Springer strikes out. Okay. Next up, Nathan Lucas. Roof closed tonight. Maybe a good thing for the Mariners. Possible. 333 this series for Nathan Lucas. Well, whole playoffs too. Very consistent. Lucas fouls it back, 0-1. Miller. Ball, 1-1. Seems to be going up and down. Seems to be going high and low. Switching eye level. Speed. And that's going to be a ball. Lucas holds back, 2-1. Kevin Goffman, of course, starting for the Blue Jays. And Lucas pops it foul, and it will stay foul, 2-2. Lucas versus Miller. Pops it up. High pop up. And it's going to be caught by Suarez. 2 out. Feels a little bit similar here. Don't tell me we're going to have this happen again. Not again. It's only one inning. It's only one inning. Two outs for Miller versus Vladdy Jr. now. Vladdy gets one, and it will get down. Vladdy Jr. will get a double on Bryce Miller. All right. Double for the Blue Jays. Vladdy Jr. double off Bryce Miller. So at least the ball will find holes once you get good contact on it. And it sure did get contact on it. Vladdy with a hit. Vladdy with a hit. What a swing by Vladdy. To the warning track. It bounces and he will get a double. Next up, Alejandro Kirk. Kirk fouls it back 0-1. I will say, though, Bryce Miller, I see he put Isiah Bible verse on the side of his hat. Respect. Respect to Miller for that. Respect. Gets a close-up of the side under his postseason patch. You'll see it. If you pay attention, that's 1-1. Put a Bible verse on the side of his hat. Respect. Respect to Bryce Miller for that. Alejandro Kirk, 1-1. Runner in scoring position. Kirk fouls it back 1-2. Vladdy's locked in. Of course he is. Yeah, 6'8". Yeah. Isiah 6'8". Yep. Yep. Respect. Kirk versus Miller. Kirk pops it up. Foul. Stays alive. 1-2. They're seeing him. They're seeing Miller well. Question is, can they get more contact? 2 outs, 1-2. And he swings through it. Kirk strikes out. We're going to the middle of the first, bottom of the first. Gausman to pitch against the Mariners. Julio to lead off. Cal, then Polanco. I don't know what Kirk was swinging at there. That was just bad. That was never a strike. Might be a good omen. The Jays didn't score in the first. Well, when the Jays don't score in the first, they've won the games. When they've scored in the first, they've lost. So, because they tied it up in the first inning. Swinging at that was dumb. Yeah, that was never a strike. I don't know what he was doing there. But, yeah, the Blue Jays, if they don't score in the first, they win. If they do, they lose. So, you know what? Maybe. And they did make him throw 15 pitches. They made him throw pitches. It wasn't as bad as every other inning. It wasn't as good as the first inning of game 1. But it was better than every other inning during the first game. So, pitch count-wise. 16 pitches, 11 strikes for Miller. I don't think they did that to him besides first inning of game 1. So let's see how the second inning looks. But I don't think they made him pitch 16 pitches after the first inning at all in game 1. So that was better. I think they're seeing him a bit better. Even if it didn't go well, they're seeing him a bit better, and we got a hit. So, doesn't look as bad as game one. Gausman versus Rodriguez. Julio Rodriguez, Cal Raleigh, Jorge Polanco, Josh Naylor, Randy Arozarena, Eugenio Suarez, J.P. Crawford, Canzone, and Leo Rivas for the Mariners. They might have extended the worst part of their lineup. They might have. If Gausman could get through the first four without any damage, he probably should be fine. Probably. To get throughout the first five without any damage, he should be fine. Gausman, let's see if he's anywhere close to game one as well. Rodriguez versus Gausman. And here we go. Rodriguez pops it up. And that will be caught by Varsho. He comes in and catches it. Routine. 1 out. All right. Rodriguez goes first pitch attacking. Pops it out to Varsho. All right. That was... Are they desperate? Seems to me they're desperate. Cal Raleigh up to bat. 63 home runs in 2025. 60 regular season, 3 postseason. Cal Raleigh takes the ball 1-0. Raleigh hit the home run that tied the game in game one of the ALCS. He's 8 for 17 against Gausman, 4 homers. Of course, he just hit a homer last Saturday. No, Sunday. Strike or ball, 1-1. Gausman's being careful against him. I can totally understand it. Then Polanco is next, who's their second best player of the series. It's really Julio and Polanco than everybody else, if we really want to be honest. And Raleigh swings it and caught. Oh, Barger off the glove. Off the glove of Barger. Raleigh going to second, and he's in with a double. Barger almost had it, but Raleigh gets a double off of Gausman. Next up, Jorge Polanco. 1 out, 1 on. At least it didn't go out. I thought it was about to. Barger went off of his glove, and it didn't go in. Off the thumb of his glove and off the wall. Barger runs into the wall. Had a really good game defensively last night. I'm not going to hold that against him. It's not like the New York one. Jorge Polanco. Strike 1 on Jorge Polanco. 0-1. Cal Raleigh, good hit. But for me, when it comes to the Mariners, out of this series, it's really Julio and Polanco, then maybe a little gap Raleigh than everybody else when it comes to hitting, at least, for best players. And honestly, pitchers too, like in general. Like, it's Julio, Polanco, gap, Raleigh, huge gap, everybody else. Maybe you got to worry about a Arozarena, but Ball, 2-1 on Polanco. Gausman's not really threatening the zone. Josh Naylor, probably closer to Cal. Fair enough. Ball, 3-1. Hooks that fastball, Gausman. Josh Naylor, okay, you can put him with Cal. Just a little bit under Cal. Josh Naylor will come up next. Gausman versus Polanco. Gausman, strike! Whoa, the framing gets Polanco to get a strike called on him. Whoa. That's a gift. I don't care if the framing helped. That's a gift. That's a gift. Alejandro Kirk with the frame job of the century. Cal Raleigh. Duh. And that's a pop-up foul. JSN's a good player, but he's not Cal Raleigh. The Seattle Seahawks are building for the future. Cal Raleigh's the now, so Cal. Thunder. I want Denver to win, but the Thunder are probably going to win because, I mean, they're defending NBA champions. And that's a strike. Nope, foul tip. Foul tip. Polanco stays alive. He chased, but he did tip it. He is still alive. A tip by Polanco just to stay alive. He gets just a chunk to stay alive. Gosman. And he strikes out Polanco. 2 out. Woo, baby. He swings at the splitter way out of the zone, and he gets him. He got a gifted call, and in the end, he still got him. What a frame job by Kirk. I swear, man. What a frame job. Polanco strikes out. Josh Naylor batting fourth. Strike. 0-1. Raleigh on second. Any out ends the inning. No worries of a sacrifice. Well, he's on second. Josh Naylor, if he puts it to the outfield, there's probably going to be a Seattle run. 429 the ALCS for Naylor. Ball, 1-1. Randy Arozarena will step up next. Ball. Spikes the splitter 2-1. Gosman. Naylor has the lead at the count. Hits it, Naylor, and that will be a ground out. And the Blue Jays tied after 1, 0-0, 3 out. Honestly, yes. Honestly, right now, yes. I mean, did you not watch the World Baseball Classic last 2 years ago, 2023? And Max Verstappen has sprint pole. Orlando has sprint P2. Awesome. Nice. But Max Verstappen has sprint pole for tomorrow. And Oscar is P3. Well, as long as Lando gets more points. Yes, Gosman got out of it. But yeah, no, Mexico's better than Canada at baseball. Like, they are. Like, if you look at the results of World Baseball Classics, Mexico normally finishes ahead of Canada. Normally. Now, there was one year where Canada beat Mexico. And there was a big benches clearing brawl. 2013. That game's on Apple TV. If you have Apple TV, you can watch that game. You can look it up and find that game. MLB Greatest Games. It's on there. I don't know how much longer, considering MLB is losing or Apple's losing the Friday Night Baseball. I would start Ted McMillan against the Jets. That's who I would start, in my opinion. Yes, I'm happy to see Checo back. I'm a little bit more excited that Valtteri Bottas is back, but I'm happy to see Checo back. I think Valtteri and Checo is a very good team. I'm not saying Cadillac's going to do good, but I think Valtteri and Checo are two drivers that can help Cadillac overperform, outkick their coverage, so to speak. I think so. They're very good midfield drivers as well. Checo, of course, Force India, if you remember, before he went to Red Bull, did well at Force India. So, won a race. I mean, it was the COVID year, but he did in a Force India, which got him to Red Bull. So, Hulkenberg qualified 4th at COTA for the sprint. We're going to the second inning, 0-0, and here come the Blue Jays. Dalton Varsho to lead off. Dalton Varsho to lead off against Bryce Miller. Second inning, 0 out. Let's see if the Blue Jays can run up Miller's pitch count. And he takes a strike, Varsho, the splitter down the middle. I want 10 or more pitches from Miller in this inning. 12 or more. 12 or more. 12 or more is not bad. 12 or less is you're doing bad. You're at 1. Varsho takes the ball. There's 2. 1-1. Varsho swings through the high fastball, 1-2. One and two. Varsho takes the ball, 2-2. Four pitches per batter. That's all I'm asking. Castillo had his second shortest start of his career. Varsho pops it up high. Foul, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. 5 pitches this inning. So there you go. They are seeing pitches better. Varsho pops it high. That will be caught at second base. Caught. 1 out by Rivas. Ernie Clement. 6 pitches. It's crazy. Football's a weird sport. Any sport. There's a reason why they play the games. Ernie Clement versus Miller. Ernie fouls one off, 0-1. .588 on the road for Ernie Clement during the postseason. Just better than Vladdy and Paul Molitor. Ernie Clement bunts. What? Foul. 0-2. Hit. And Clement caught by Rivas. Oh, my. 2 out. I'm going to be live for the World Cup draw, yes. But isn't it like 12 o'clock? But either way, I'm on check. But I'll be live for it. Duh. Why wouldn't I be? Why wouldn't I be? What a catch by Rivas. 2 out. Oh, and 1 on Barger. Ball, 1-1. Awesome catch. I mean, they're causing him to throw more pitches. 16, he's thrown 11. this inning. It's better than the last game. Barger takes the ball, 2-1. Two and one. Barger fouls it. What? That was an inside fastball, and he just took it the other way, even though it was foul. "49 strikeouts the postseason, 25. Seattle 102 the postseason, 44 the ALCS. Toronto barely strikes out. It's hard to strike Toronto out. And he strikes out Barger, 3 out, middle of the second. They got to get their timing right. They have to get their timing right. Middle second, 0-0. He's doing well. Not as good as game one. He's throwing more pitches, but 30 pitches, 21 strikes. Let's go look back at game one. Where was he after 2? Well, can't really tell that, but either way, game 1 series. There we go. That'll work. There we go. Let's see. Bottom second. There we go. Box score. That will work. Miller threw 76 pitches over 6 innings. So he's already halfway there. 30, 60. He's just under halfway there. They've made him pitch a good bit. How we doing, Dillon? Hits, they've got 1, just like they did in game 1. Blue Jays had 2 hits, so they're still 1 hit away from having more hits. But either way, 1 hit since the homer, no hits since Vladdy. Either way. Gausman versus Rosarena. I think I was the bad luck charm for the Jays. I wasn't able to watch the last 2 games, and they won. Stop watching. I don't think you are, but if they give up a run, I'm going to tell you to stop watching. Rosarena versus Gausman. Strike, 0-1. We got MLS Decision Day tomorrow. We'll be live for Toronto, Orlando. Review it. We'll be live for LAFC Colorado. Review that. Sunday, and that's a strike, 0-2. We'll be live for the COTA United States Formula One Grand Prix, live in RSR. Then we'll be live for Game 6 of the ALCS. The Blue Jays win, and they tie the series. We'll be live on Monday night for Game 7. And a Rosarena hits it down to Clement, and that should be a ground out. It is 1 out. 1 out for Gausman. Now Eugenio Suarez. Horrible playoff performances this postseason for Randy and Eugenio Suarez. 1 home run each, 154, 162, 16 strikeouts, and 14 strikeouts. Suarez has been horrible this postseason. Randy has too, weirdly enough. Is Randy saving his power for the World Baseball Classic? I guess he is. And Eugenio Suarez hits one deep, and it's gone! Eugenio Suarez, solo home run off Gausman. Bottom 2. Oh, no. Yeah, no, you need to stop watching. Yeah, no name. You need to stop watching. Get the hell out. Stop watching. Eugenio Suarez hits a solo home run. Well, we're losing this game. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. They let Suarez hit a homer. They let Suarez hit a homer. Yeah, no. No, no, no. Oh, hell no. No, 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 no. No. Comeback activated. Right down the middle. Meatball down the middle. Even Suarez could hit those. 0-1. 0-2. Suarez was way overdue. Offense got to deliver now. Hell. 0-2. Strike or ball. 1-2. Gausman threw a damn meatball. Then again, the Mariners, whoever gets the first run normally loses the game. At least in Seattle. So that's the positive way to look at it. But you just let Eugenio Suarez hit a home run off of you. 2-2. Horrible pitch by Gausman. Absolutely horrible pitch. Ball, 3-2. J.P. Crawford versus Gausman. And that's a ball, and he walks J.P. Crawford. Oh, hell no. Suarez home run, Crawford walk. What are we doing? Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, it's time for somebody to get on Andres Jimenez, hit a 2-run homer, eh? Something like that. And that's hit. Caught! What a catch by Barger. Canzone lines out to Barger. At least it was a solo. Stop watching the game. Stay focused, boys. Rivas, 2 out, strike, 0-1. Gausman, 0-1. Have to watch till the Dodger game starts. Well, here's the bad news. This game is probably going to be over by the time the Dodger game's on. Hopefully you aren't the bad luck. 0-2 on Leo Rivas. Hopefully we just have to wait for the first run to be scored. We've gone to Miller before. What the hell, man? Rivas, 0-2. Hits it foul. It's still 0-2. Oh and 2. Ball 1-2. Ball 2-2. And that's going to be fouled off 2-2. Two and 2. Julio Rodriguez on deck. And that's popped up by Rivas. 2-2. Normally there's a 90-day no compete. So just the way things are. 2-2. And strikes out Rivas. 3 outs. End of the second. The Mariners lead 1-0. The Blue Jays got to answer back. Good at bat from Rivas. And they turn over the lineup. Suarez gets the homer. 1-0. $30 pitches for Gausman, 35 pitches to 30 for Bryce Miller. I mean, I didn't think Gausman's start would be as good as game 1, but time for the bats to go to work. Pick our guy up. Let's go, Blue Jays. Pick him up. Definitely. Rest in peace to Ace Fraley. Ace Fraley, the band member. Rest in peace. Sad. IKF leadoff double, Jimenez 2-run homer, I hope. That'd be funny. They've activated our trap card. I don't think any of them really. I think they've passed their hardest games, and they're interviewing Dan Wilson top of the third. That's a bad idea, Fox. 2 for 3, Isiah Falefa. He's up against Miller, and he gets one down. It's a hit. Oh, my God. Is this happening again? Hit for Isiah Falefa. Double. Oh, no. No way. Not again. Are you streaming the Florida Gator game tomorrow? No. MLS decision day. Toronto, and then LAFC, Colorado, 2 lives, 2 reviews. It's a trap card. Oh, my God. The Jays trap card actually has been activated. Oh, my God. Jimenez versus Miller. Isiah Falefa on second base. I don't really even need a 2-run homer, but if it happened, I swear. Ball, 1-0. I don't have that many TVs. Speaking of, Andres Jimenez fouls it off 1-1. Speaking of, if the Blue Jays make the World Series, there's a very good chance I just preempt everything till they lose or win. Whatever happens, until the end of the World Series, I might just preempt everything and do the World Series. There's a small chance of that. Andres Jimenez swings through the fastball, 1-2. Gators are playing state at 4 o'clock. Here's the problem. You know what the real problem with that is? I don't have ESPN Unlimited. I can't watch that game. And knowing how finicky Apple TV is, if I try to sign in on the computer, it's not worth it. So, and those YouTube streams are going to be behind the state game anyway. Am I going to keep my eye on it? Probably, but that's about as good as you're going to get. IKF! And that's a double play. A double play for the Mariners. Jimenez grounds out to Naylor, and Naylor throws it to second. That's a double play. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, it had one part of it. Jimenez grounds out to a double play. BABIP's turned its back. Well, George Springer takes a strike, 0-1. What a play by Naylor. George hits it. Fair. No. Foul. 0-2. He hit the line, but okay. Oh and 2, 37 pitches for Miller. Quick thinking. You really can't get doubled up there. That was bad. That was way outside. 1-2. It's on SEC. You can't watch the cable networks for ESPN on ESPN Plus anymore. It's ESPN Unlimited if you're watching somewhere else. Whatever. Ball, 2-2. Whatever. Whatever. Yeah, I agree. You can't get doubled off there. I agree. Springer pops it foul, 2-2. Feels some bad luck. This feels like bad luck, weirdly enough. It feels like game 1 all over again, except we're down 1. But other than that, George hits it, and he's going to ground out. End of the inning. Middle of the third. 1-0 Mariners. Oh, Lord. Bad luck outs. Really bad luck. I mean, if you're IKF, do you really go off the base there? I don't think so. 6 innings to go offensively. Huh. Middle of the third. I think the Jays are looking better against this guy this time, but Gausman looks worse. Like, I'm going to say this. I think the Jays look better against this guy tonight than they did game 1. I really believe that. Gausman looks worse than he did game 1. So it's really a wash. First team to go to the bullpen's going to lose. Need Goss to battle it out here. Yep. I can't guess. I don't really want to guess, frankly. Dodgers are up 3-0. They could sweep tonight. Gausman up against Julio. He made him pop out. First inning, first pitch. And that'll be a strike. 0-1 on Julio Rodriguez. Strike 2. Rodriguez swings through splitter, 0-2. I know you're talking about CONCACAF qualifying. I want Suriname to finish top. Panama's struggling, but I can't sit here and say Suriname. I think they might hold on. I really do. I think Suriname will hold on. I think Jamaica will still finish top of their group. And I feel Honduras will finish top of Group C. That's a ball, 1-2. The way things are going, if you look at both months, things could be more normal next month. That just changes everything. Well, not everything, but Guatemala are home for both games in the next window. Have to check. Ball, 2-2. I have to check. Two-two count. Qualifiers. Cal Raleigh up next. And Rodriguez pops it. Pops it. Should be under Barger. It's caught. 1 out. All right. Guatemala is at home against Panama and at home against Suriname. Yes. Yes, they are. Twelve more games to play. Raleigh, 1 out. Raleigh takes the ball, 1-0. 1 for 1. Cal Raleigh hit a double the first inning. Gosman's arguably done better against the higher part of the lineup, if we're being real. And that's going to be a ball, 2-0. I mean, I understand why he's not going after Raleigh. I get it. Should he? Out. Ball, 3-0. He's going to walk him. 3-0. Strike at the bottom of the zone. 3-1. He catches the bottom of it with a fastball. 3-1. Next up, Polanco. Popped, foul. 3-2. Gosman gets back into it. Gosman's sort of locking in. And he strikes him out. He got Raleigh with a splitter. 2 out. And next up, Jorge Polanco. He got Raleigh with a splitter. Boom. Just in front of the bat. He swings and he gets him. I think Gosman's locked in. I think he's locking in. See, that's what happens when you let a guy fight out of it. John, I hope you learned your lesson. You let a guy fight out of it, you kind of have to. Ball, 1-0. You let a guy fight out of it, they lock in, don't they? Just saying. Bottom third, 1-0, 2 out. Jorge Polanco. Strike 1, 1-1. Gosman locked in. Strike 2. Swings on the splitter. Out of the zone and in, 1-2, but he swung on it. Let's go, Gosman. Come on. Come on, Kevin. Come on, Kevin. 1-2. Got him to foul it off. Still 1-2. Come on, Gosman. Come on. I think Gosman's locked in. I think he's locked in. Trey Savage will start tomorrow night or Sunday night for the Toronto Blue Jays. Game 6, no matter what. Strikeout Polanco. 3 out. End of the third. The Blue Jays down 1. See if they could pop on. Vladdy Jr. up for the Jays. Lucas, Vladdy, and Kirk for the Toronto Blue Jays. Gauze got it working. He's getting it working. He is. Blue Jays. are on their way. Let's go, Blue Jays. Let's go, Blue Jays. But you know what? I'm happy with it. He's locked in, I think. See if the Blue Jays can pounce on Miller. Let's see if they can. He's got 41 pitches. Gausman is 10 more pitches, but of course Gausman has pitched an extra inning. Some just click there for Gausman. We need a spark. Come on. Get some good contact and hit the green. I like the process we have against Miller. He will hang one. And when he does, they better bang that damn thing out of there. He will hang one. He will hang one. Time for the bats to come alive, baby. Time for the bats to come alive. Gausman's battling. He's battling. I'm happy with what I'm seeing to a certain extent, but you still really can't let Suarez hit a homer. I think Gausman's had a solid game besides the homer, but that third, oh, baby. Well, called strike on Lucas down the middle. Oh, no. Wait, they both pitched 3. My bad. Lucas versus Miller. Now Miller's going to pitch an extra third. My bad. Lucas takes a strike down the middle, 84, the splitter for Miller. Can Lucas and the Jays find some contact? Lucas hits it on the ground, fair. Fair ball, Nathan Lucas. Nathan Lucas digging for 2, and he will get a double. Nathan Lucas. Lead-off double on Bryce Miller. What a hit by Nathan Lucas. Down the line and fair. Josh Naylor couldn't snare that one. And it rolls slowly, and Lucas gets a double. That knee must be fine, is all I'm saying. Vladdy Jr. up to bat. Nathan Lucas gets a double. And they're walking Vladdy. Intentional walk for Vladdy Jr. Oh, Lord. 0 out, 2 on. Vladdy on intentionally. Okay, come on, Kirk. It's on you, man. Don't screw this up. Held scoreless through 3 innings for the first time this postseason for the Blue Jays. 26 runs prior to tonight. Blue Jays have 2 on, no out. Alejandro Kirk takes a strike high in the zone. 0-1. Varsho and Clement up next. We will see Ernie Clement, which is good news in theory. Ball, 1-1. Just, I want somebody in scoring position for Ernie Clement. That's all I want. That's all I want. As long as we have somebody in scoring position for Ernie Clement, I won't complain. That normally is a good thing. Blue Jays are better with runners in scoring position this series than the Mariners. Blue Jays are 10 for 42. Mariners are 10 or 7 for something, and that's a ball. Ball, 2-1. Kirk takes the ball, and it is a ball. If Kirk could get on, bases loaded for Varsho or Clement, I like where this is going. Well, hell, can Kirk deliver as well? Ball, 3-1. 3-1. Miller might load the bases here. Kirk, you got to be careful. Varsho up at bat next. If you're going to hit it, pop it up. That's all I'm going to say. And that's a walk. Bases loaded. No out. Blue Jays only down 1, and Miller has loaded the bases. It's the pitching coach. It's the pitching coach. We have a chance. We got to make him pay now. Varsho and Clement. Varsho and Clement. We have to make him pay now. Varsho and Clement. Louisville's beating Miami. They're playing tonight? It's a Friday. Okay, that'll change, I'm sure. Varsho and Clement. 2-on, no out, or bases loaded, no out. Blue Jays down 1. Varsho versus Miller. If he gets a hit, he could score 2 depending on where that ball lands. Well, no, yeah, Kirk's on first. He ain't scoring 3. ACC doubleheader tonight, UNC Cal at 10:30. Okay. The only team who scored first and won were the Mariners game 2. And the Blue Jays came back to tie before they completely blew it. Varsho, pop back foul, 0-1. Ernie Clement up on deck. As long as this isn't a double play, which, yeah. If you're going to hit it the air, Dalton. That at least will tie the game. I would think so, depending on where it goes. Varsho, ball, 1-1. Yep, they're waiting him out now. They're waiting him out now. I'm going to eat some fried pickles. Gabe Spire up at the bullpen for the Mariners. Okay. And Brian Wu looks like he's coming up as well. Varsho. Pops it foul, 1-2. Varsho fouls it back, 1-2. Miller up to 52 pitches. I think he's pitched more than Gausman, but he's only pitched 4 innings. Struck out Varsho. 1 out. Ernie Clement up next. Blue Jays bases loaded. If they don't cash in, they have some problems. We might be screwed. If the Jays don't cash in for a run, we might be screwed. Ernie Clement, double play will end the inning. Ernie Clement up to bat. Had a really good playoffs. Ernie Clement. 287 this series, 0 home runs, 1 RBI. Can Ernie Clement get a moment here? 0 for 1 in the game. He had a really good liner when he first was up. Ernie Clement hits it fair. 2 outs. Middle of the 4th, and that's a double play. Oh, my God. Force out at home by Cal Raleigh. Force out at home by Cal Raleigh. He swung through it. Did he hit it? Cal Raleigh with a force at home, and then Josh Naylor gets him at first. Middle 4. Oh, my God. Oh, no. No. No! Look foul, says somebody. Ridiculous. Oh. Fuck, man. If No Name's still watching this game, oh my God. It's your, no, you are a bad luck. Get the hell out of here. Stop watching the game. Yeah, we're losing this game. This is not our night. We're losing tonight. Yeah, we're going back to Toronto down. We're going to have to win both in Toronto. We're going to have to win both in Toronto. I hate this, man. Man. Goffman, but baseball gods are laughing at Toronto. They let us tie the series just to dick punch us. We're not the Mariners. I mean, Bryce Miller's not as good as game one, but dear God. Brutal. Brutal. Fucking brutal. Well, Gausman versus Naylor. Naylor pops it high, foul. 0-1, pure luck. Yeah, we don't have it tonight. We had it games 3 and 4. We don't have it tonight. I feel like they could get it back, but Jesus Christ. Gausman's got to stay in. If we don't get it back by the time Gausman, and that's going to be a hit, and Naylor will get a single. Lucas makes sure it's just a single. Josh Naylor at first base. Rosarena Suarez. Good hit by Naylor. They're either going to put us out of our misery here. We're going to have to keep just praying. Rosarena grounded out the second versus Gausman. Strike one on a Rosarena. 0-1. Still 1-0 Mariners. One. A Rosarena. Double play. That's going to be one, and they only get one. A Rosarena, fielder's choice. Naylor is off. 1 out. Man at first, and Suarez is up to hit. We do get one, but Connor Falefa only makes sure we could get one. He bobbled it again. But at least we got the lead runner. Okay. 1 out. Eugenio Suarez with a solo homer. And that's going to be a strike. 0-1. Next up will be Crawford. Crawford, if Suarez, well, we'll probably see Crawford. That's true. Safe. Try to pick off a Rosarena. He is safe. David Schneider, get him in the game for IKF. Next inning, stinker, and hooked. Well, he did get a hit, though. Like, IKF has been better than Anthony Santander. Ball, 1-1. He has been better. But, honestly, yeah. Let's put Schneider in. I agree. Suarez, ball, 2-1. Slider just outside. Yeah, that really low splitter that got called a strike definitely probably hurt our luck on the framing. And Suarez, high hit, will be caught by Varsho. Keeps a Rosarena at first. And Crawford is up next. JP Crawford up next. 2 outs. 2 outs. 2-2-3 double play the fourth for the Mariners. Okay. Crawford got walked by Gausman after the homer. 2 outs, a Rosarena at first. They check him. Nope. Safe. Bottom 4. 25 seasons, Mariners history. Randy Rosarena did it this year. Julio's done it 3 times. Strike on Crawford, 0-1. 1-0 Mariner. 1-0 Mariners. Blue Jays. At least it's 1-0. Maybe it'll be an opposite game 1. Kirk will not throw to second. A Rosarena with a stolen base. Kirk is like the anti-Yadi Molina, at least for the fact that he can't throw out base runners. I mean, he already had a good jump on Gausman. I mean, Gausman doing all that shit. Understandable, I guess. Popped up by Crawford. Popped up and Varsho's under it, caught. End of the fourth, 1-0 Mariners. Gausman's locked in, but that third was better than the fourth. I gotta say, but we gotta see how this goes. Bottom, end of the fourth, we're going to the fifth. 15 offensive outs to play with for the Jays to get the lead back, or at least tie it. 15 defensive outs for the Jays. That bases loaded is still going to haunt me. You know what? Bright side is Gausman has looked great, and the bats have done literally everything except for score. Yeah, the problem is you got to score. Whew. Top 5. Blue Jays got to win a close one tonight, it seems. Whoo! Here we go. I mean, it's an okay song, but I wouldn't say it's awesome. I wouldn't put it on, like, out of my own volition. Barger's up for the Jays. 0 for 1, Barger. Barger takes a strike, 0-1. 55 pitches for Miller. The first team to go to the bullpen is going to lose. Let's put it like that. It's 14-0 Louisville. Damn. Well, I guess this is just your letdown game, I guess, if you're Miami. Barger hits it down. That's a hit for Barger. They're getting a hold of him. Next up, Isiah Falefa. 5th inning, 0 out, 1-0 Mariners, but the Jays are getting a hold of Miller. And if they start using their bullpen, I think the first team to pull their starter is going to lose. I'm going to be real on that. The Jays have actually seen the Mariners' bullpen very well. Matt Brash in the bullpen for the Mariners. Well, they saw him well, so. And Miller is getting pulled. Miller is getting pulled for Matt Brash. 1 on. I don't know. Top 5, 0 out, and Miller's getting pulled. Thanks for the hook. Jays going to win. Mariners to bullpen first. Brash in for Miller. Can't lie, I think Wilson screwed up pulling him there. Even the crowd was booing. You know what? I agree. But did I just say first team to the bullpen loses? It was a 1-0 game. Gausman is cooking, but Schneider is a quick pull too. Okay. How are Miami losing? Sometimes you have bad games. That's life. But I think Schneider, he has a quick pull too. I'm surprised they didn't pull Gausman after the homer. Maybe he learned some from Max Scherzer. If a guy's cooking, let him fight out of it. Maybe he learned from being sweared at by Scherzer. Maybe he doesn't want to get embarrassed again on national TV at least a day later. Do I think Gausman would do the same thing? I don't know. Do you think he might try it? He might try it. I wouldn't blame him. And here we go. Matt Brash is in for IKF, tries to bunt. That's a strike. 0-1. Brash versus Connor Falefa. He's 1 for 1 tonight. Matt Brash. They got to him before. Can they get to him again? 0-1. IKF bunts it. Foul. Hits him. It hits him. It's 0-2. Trying to bunt the runner over. IKF. IKF, high pop-up, Crawford, and it's right to Julio, and it's 1 out. They get IKF out. He flies out to Julio. Andres Jimenez up to bat. Andres Jimenez up to bat. George Springer will be next, as long as there's no double play. Andres Jimenez 0 for 1. Hits it, foul. Opposite way, but foul. And that's going to be Jimenez up. That moves Barger to second. Ground out for Jimenez. Springer is up. Picked up by Brash. And he throws straight to Naylor, who gets on first. And he does get Jimenez out. Unless they're saying, no, he had a spike on the bag when he got the pitch. And it's Springer versus Brash. Runner in scoring position. Or could George just hit a home run? George! You get it. Brian Wu in the bullpen. They're probably looking to go to him. Springer versus Brash. Ball, 1-0. Next up would be Nathan Lucas, who's already got a hit. And Springer, does he swing? He does not. 2-0. Miami's about to score. I was like, yeah. Springer hits one deep and off the wall. And that will be an RBI double. George Springer. George, savior of the Blue Jays. Tie game. Tie game. Top 5. RBI double. Barger scores. One tie. Savior of the Blue Jays. 1-0 on Lucas. If we could get to Vladdy, that would be nice. 6th consecutive game with an extra base hit for George Springer. Ball. No way, Blue. 1-1. It's 1-1 call. Tie game. Barger scored on the hit. I thought that was about to go out. I won't even lie. 1-1, timeout. I thought that was about to go out. Nicely done, George. Nicely done. Lucas, strike down the middle. 1 and 2 on the slider. He pulls back. It's 14-7. Okay. Brash versus Lucas, but it is a tie game. It is a tie game. If Lucas could get on base for Vladdy, we will see what happens. Fight your way through it, Lucas. Fight your way through it. Or just get a double. Ball. 2 and 2. Horrible changeup by Brash. Horrible changeup. Guerrero Jr. on deck. Ball, 3 and 2. Full count on Lucas. Full count on Lucas. Lucas, 5th inning, top 5, 3 and 2. Ball walked. He does get walked. And Vladdy Jr. is up to bat. Will they intentionally walk him here? Vladdy Jr. steps up to the plate. Can he give the Jays the lead? Vladdy Jr. Vladdy Jr., come on, man. Tie game 1-1. We'll accept that. Can the Jays make it a ball? That is a 1-0 count. 2 on, 2 out. First and second, Vladdy Jr. 1 for 1 with an intentional walk. Brash versus Guerrero. Ball, 2-0. Next up will be Kirk. If Vladdy gets on base. Whether he brings home a run or not, it'll be Alejandro Kirk. Can the Blue Jays when Vladdy's going, the team is going. When he's not, he's not. Or when he's not, the team is not. Vladdy takes a strike. 2-1. With the sinker from Brash. Ball. It's a ball if he didn't swing. 3-1. 3-1. Vladdy, he's going to give you one. You're going to have to take it. Or hit it, I guess. Yeah, hit it's the better word. Vladdy swings through it. 3-2. Full count. Beats him with a slider. Tie game at the very least. Jays have gotten to the Mariner bullpen. Gausman will pitch again. Full count, 3-2. 2 on, 2 out. 1-1 game. Bottom of the 5th will be next. And Vladdy strikes out. 1-1 tie after middle of the 5. Middle of the 5th, 1-1 tie. All right. But at least it's tied. 12 offensive outs to play with to get to the lead. 15 defensive outs to get to go to extra innings or win the game. Vladdy swings on the inside pitch and he strikes out. Canzone, Rivas, Julio for the Mariners in the 5th inning. Ooh. I'm just glad we got one. George, savior of the Blue Jays. Damn good pitch. Props to Brash. Yeah, no, I heard. Yeah, I think maybe retiring with John, retiring from WWE, or watching WWE when John retires is probably the right play. I'm not going to lie. Even if I get ESPN Unlimited for free. It's tied, we take it. But I'll tell you, I'm tired. WWE is pissing me off, I gotta say. So we'll see what happens. But hell of a pitch. Jay's tied it. Sammy's still there. That's the thing I question. Like, if I get ESPN Unlimited for free and Sammy has a chance to go for the freaking world title, I'll watch. But other than that, you know. See what Gosman does here. Bottom of the fifth. Let's see what he does. He made Canzone swing. 1-1 tie. Canzone swings through the strike. 0-1. I mean, I want to see it, but I need to get freaking ESPN Unlimited for free. I'm not paying $30 a month for that. And Canzone hits it foul. 0-2. I mean, yeah, I could also just third-party stream it. But, you know, either way. ESPN Unlimited will probably be tied to YouTube TV by the start of 2026. So I'm sure they're going to make that deal. Because, I mean, ESPN has a carriage agreement with frickin' Disney or YouTube TV they got to deal with by the start of next year. So I know they wouldn't. Kirk versus Gosman, or Kirk and Gosman versus Canzone. Ball, 1-2. Not exactly the best decision, but okay. I think Gosman could probably go 2 more. Probably. Maybe you give him the 7th, depending on how close it is. Pops up Canzone. Canzone pops it up. Clement under it, catches it. 1 out. 14 more outs defensively. Bottom 5, 1 out. Blue Jays, 14 defensive outs to at least get to extras. And if they have the lead, win the game. Who's warming? Woo warming in the Mariners' pen. Yep. Well, we knew that. I don't think it's going to go well for him, I have to say. Yeah, of course. Especially LA. 1-0 for Rivas. Then Julio comes up next. Rivas struck out the second. Julio hadn't done too well, but Ball, 2-0. Woo Warman, Bizardo Warman, 2-0. Ball, 3-0. Uncompetitive at bat so far for Gosman against Rivas. Ball, and he walks Rivas on 4 uncompetitive pitches. Julio Rodriguez up to bat versus Gausman. Julio up to bat. And then it will be Cal Raleigh. Julio and Cal, unless there's a double play. And they're talking to Gausman. How we doing, Henry? Bottom 5, 1 out, 1-1 tie. Julio Rodriguez versus Gausman. Bottom 5. Brendan Little's in the bullpen. Oh my God. No. Don't you dare. Gausman, you better get out of this shit. Expeditiously. Popped up by Julio. Caught by Varsho. 2 out. Rivas back to first. 2 out. Really? Jesus Christ. Just get out of it. Raleigh versus Gausman. Polanco up next. If Raleigh gets on pace. Rivas, every time the Blue Jays or Mariners win, the Dodgers win. You do realize that whatever. I mean, that's pretty easy when you've... Ball. 1-0. Ooh. 9 for 19 versus Gausman is Cal Raleigh for 4 home runs. Hopefully that turns into 9 for 20. Or at least he walks him. Strike 1, 1-1. Gets him with a splitter on the outside. I do not like seeing Little the bullpen. I do not. Against Polanco or a Rosarena. Pops it down. Foul ball. 1-2. Let's get him out now. Damn. You ain't going to see that soon. You ain't going to see that again soon. 2 from corners. I respect it. Raleigh versus Gausman. I pop up foul. 1-2. Like, here's the thing. I hate how corners don't end up like they just waste them. Cal Raleigh has the most home runs for a catcher and a switch hitter during a single season. 2 away from Aaron Judge for the American League record, regular season-wise. I don't remember how many Judge hit in the playoffs in 22. Blocked, and that's 2-2. I don't remember. Two and two. And he gets Raleigh to pop it. It will be caught. Lucas catches it. Inning over. Bottom going to the 6. 12 outs defensively. Dear God. Short break. We're back for the 6th. Top of the 6th. 4 innings to go. 12 offensive outs to take the lead. 12 defensive outs to try to at least get to extra innings or win the game. 5 hits for the Jays, 3 for the Mariners. And Brian Wu is in, out of the bullpen. Has not pitched since September 19th. Will he do what Scherzer did and lock down, or will the Blue Jays get on him? Kirk versus Wu. And Kirk hits one. Opposite field, and that's going to be a hit. Alejandro Kirk. Oh, no, he's going for a double. And he gets a double. Kirk for a double on the first pitch against Wu. Blue Jays have a man on second. No out. Dalton Varsho up to hit. Brian Wu gets tagged on the first pitch since September. Yeah, I'm not surprised, honestly. I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen. Kind of had a feeling. We got to make him pay. Make him pay. Make him pay. Make him pay. What a hit by Kirk. And he went for 2. I can't believe he got it. Good job. Good job, Kirk. He got 2. He got 2 on Wu. Varsho, you better not. You better not, Varsho. Varsho swings through the 4-seamer 0-1. At least Ernie Clements up next. Leading off an inning, the Blue Jays are 13 of 24 through games 3 to 5. Done so much better. Bunt. Varsho bunts it high. Foul. 0-2. Kirk needs an oxygen mask after that. Yeah. Just bunt him over. At least he got it, though. Varsho. Just get on base, man. Find a way. Find a way to get on base, Dalton. Hits it high. Foul. 0-2. Varsho, my God, he's horrible tonight. I'm going to be real. I'm going to be real. First time Wu's come out of the bullpen since college. Since 2021. And that's a ball. 1-2. Score a bunch here. Come on. Varsho. Ball. High ball. 2-2. Varsho watching it. Wu doesn't really have it, but we got to get some here. We got to get some here. It's going better in game 1, though. I think Gausman gets one more inning. At least gets to start one more. Ball. Yep, 3-2 full count against Varsho. Varsho full count, and Clements up next. I'm sure he really wants to pay us back for that double play. I'm sure. I'm very sure. You know what? Ernie Clements going to do something good. I have a feeling. It's not like that's a bad feeling. Varsho pops it up. Very close, and that'll be caught by a Rosarena. Kirk cannot advance. 1 out. Saw that one coming. Ernie Clement, I say he does something good. I say Clement does something good. He's got to, after that last double play, he's got to do something good. It is kind of funny if you think about it. But either way, Ernie Clement versus Brian Wu. Can he get the ball in play? Clement, foul, 0-1. Swung on the sinker. Blue Jays with runners in scoring position, 1 for 7. The Mariners are 0 for 3 today. Clement takes the ball, 1-1. The next up would be Polanco's in the batting cage. Oh, yeah, he's their DH. Clement hits it. Clement hits it. Is Kirk going to come home? He's going to try. Alejandro Kirk comes home to score. Blue Jays lead. Ernie Clement with a RBI, and the Toronto Blue Jays lead the game. Alejandro Kirk comes home. Top 6, 2-1 Blue Jays. Told you Ernie would do something good. Kirk comes home to score. 2-1 Blue Jays. Horrible throw by the Mariners outfield, too. Horrible throw. Ernie Clement, RBI double. Barger. Hard foul. 1 out, 1 on second. Two 2-1 Jays. 0-1 for Barger. Barger got a good cut on that foul ball. Barger hits it on the ground. Clement to third. Barger out. 2 out. 1 on third. Next up, Isiah Falefa. IKF. He did get a hit tonight. Let's see if he gets another. If he does, we're up 3 instead of it's 3-1 instead of 2-1. IKF, it's on you, man. It's on you, IKF. Woo ain't got it tonight. They've let him off the hook a little bit more than they should have, but IKF, unless they're going, nope, they aren't. Isiah Falefa, ball, 1-0. 1 for 2 tonight, IKF. Can he bring home the third run? Blue Jays. 2-1, 2 outs, top 6. And he takes a strike, 1-1. Come on, IKF, really? I want Gausman. Frankly, you know what? I want Gausman to get the bottom of the 6th, at least to start it. I want him to start the 6th. IKF, 2-1 Blue Jays. Ball, 2-1. I don't think Woo has it. I really don't. I don't think he has it. And he swings through the sweeper. What are you doing, man? 2-2. Just get on for Jimenez, IKF. Yeah, exactly. Just get on. Find a way. Find a way. Find a way, IKF. That was a horrible swing at the sweeper, though. Jesus Christ. Even I wouldn't have swung at that. Horrible IKF. Hits it down, and Woo will get him at first. Jays lead, but it's the middle of the 6th. 3, 6, 9, 12 defensive outs to get for the Blue Jays. And if they get them, they will win Game 6 or Game 5, and they could win the series at home with 1 win. But first, we got to get those 12 outs. It's going to be like the Astros series, like I said yesterday. Which one? Well, Astros, Rangers, Astros, Nationals, same thing. But you know what? I think we win 1 at home. I really do. But we got to ground this one out. We got to ground this one out. We got to ground this one out. 2-1 Blue Jays. Astros, Yankees. That's not the one he's talking about. He's talking about the one. Blue Jays, 67 cents for $1. Seattle, 34 cents for $1. I'm thinking Blue Jays. I know. Well, they did it twice. It's funny it happened twice, but it happened twice. 2019 World Series and 2023 ALCS. It happened twice. Happened twice to the Astros. Against them, too. Nationals won all 4 games at Minute Maid Park. Rangers did the same. Seems like just yesterday. Time flies, man. Time flies. Time flies. Blue Jays, I hope Gausman goes for the 6. I really do. I don't want to find out till it comes up. I don't. I think Gauss has 3 or 4 more outs in him. I really do. If Little comes in, I'm going to scream, man. Lock in, lock in, lock in. Bottom 6, 12 outs to go, baby. 9 outs offensively. And frankly, we have to use them. We can't just play around. What would you do if the Blue Jays did a Cruz Azulieta? Well, can it really be, though? Like, can it really be, though? Because, I mean, we tied the series, but we were still down 0-2 after the first 2 games. Is tying the series then losing it, especially if we did lose today? Is that really? Gausman is out for the top of the bottom of the 6. I can't call that a Cruz Azulieta. I can't. Like, I can't call it that. Now, if we led the series 3-2, going back to Toronto and then lost both games in Toronto, then that would be Polanco versus Gausman. Ball, 1-0. And I would be pissed. But Seattle's bus exit Citi Field. Looks like I had a training session there. Yeah. So, Gausman's won 5 2/3 every game this postseason. He needs 2 outs to do that. Polanco swings through the strike, 1-1, the splitter. It was a ball, but he swung through it. Polanco, then a Rosarena, or Polanco, then Naylor, then a Rosarena. It's going to be tough. Blue Jays take the lead. They could easily go 1-1, especially if it's Little. Bottom 6. Ball, 2-1. This kind of reminds me of a reverse game 1. Like, it's kind of like game 1, but in reverse. Sort of, is what I have to say. 2-1 on Polanco. Strike, 2-2. Like, this is kind of like game 1, but in reverse. You know? Early home run for Miller against Miller. Early home run against Gausman. Miller gets hooked early. It falls apart for the Mariners. Gausman gets hooked early. Goes bad for the Jays. It's kind of similar, all things considered. Hopefully it stays that we win. Polanco takes the ball, full count, 3-2. Takes the splitter. I think he had a good eye there. Varland, okay, I can live with that. I could live with that if Varland comes in. I could live with it. At least it's not Little. Especially now that you're ahead. 3-2. And he hits it down. That will be a ground ball and out. Out. 1 out, bottom of the 6. 11 outs to go for the Blue Jays to take the lead back. Yeah, I think we all didn't realize how greedy the World Cup would be. I don't think any of us agreed. Kirk gets in. Vladdy was fanning him with a towel. Lol. Febles went and sent Kirk, and luckily it went well. Naylor swings through 0-1. Carlos Febles, the third base coach for the Blue Jays, smartly sent Alejandro Kirk, and the Jays have the lead. Thank you, Febles. Second to home in 8.2 seconds. Whoa, I didn't know Kirk had that type of speed. I didn't know he had that type of speed. Ball, 1-1. Because they want to know They wanted no challenge to the Federal Reserve. I mean, didn't JFK want to get rid of the CIA and the Fed? And that's going to be a ground ball, and that should be out as well. Yes, 2 out. Well, 10 outs to go for the Jays. Yeah. Good send by Febles, too. Good send by Febles, too. And Arozarena's up. This should be, I won't say it. I won't say it. Not yet. I won't say it. What driven hit by Naylor, and the Blue Jays are 10 outs away from taking the lead in this series. 2-1 Blue Jays, 10 outs to go, 9 outs offensively. 0-2 for Arozarena. He has been absolutely horrible this postseason. Weirdly horrible. Weirdly horrible, Randy. I guess he's saving everything for the World Baseball Classic for Mexico. I guess that's what he's doing. I want to see a better Randy Arozarena in March. I'm fine with him sucking for the rest of the postseason because that means the Jays win. But I want to see Randy light up the World Baseball Classic for Mexico. I really do. Well, unless it's against Canada. 3-0 on Arozarena. Oh, no. Well, hey, at least Suarez is next. Oh, wait. Well, that was just a really bad pitch. In theory, 3-0 on Arozarena. Gosman's only thrown 37 strikes. And that's a walk to Arozarena. And next up is Eugenio Suarez. He hit a home run off Gosman. And if he does here, the Mariners have the lead again. If he doesn't, the Blue Jays will, well, he could get a hit, still score a run, but knowing how fast Randy is. But Eugenio Suarez, and it looks to me 5 2/3 is where Gosman ends it. Louis Varland coming in for Eugenio Suarez. 5 2/3 for Gosman once again. Okay. 2-1 Blue Jays. 10 outs to get. Varland in for Suarez. We really think he's going to hit another homer? I think that's a choice. It's a choice. It's a choice. Hell of a job by Gosman, but that's a choice. It's a choice. Blue Jays lead 2-1. Eugenio Suarez versus Louis Varland. This could either go very well or very horribly. Varland will runners on. Varland can do it. Go Varland, pick him up. Dodgers can pull the upset tonight, sweep the best team in baseball. What do you mean upset? What do you mean upset? No. I don't care. I don't care the Brewers have the best record in baseball. I don't care, frankly. I don't. The Dodgers are still the Dodgers. There's a reason why the series is 3-0. Ohtani still ain't hitting that well. Hell, guess what? The Blue Jays also have a better record than the Dodgers. If the Blue Jays win this series, guess who has home field during the World Series? Guess. The Toronto Blue Jays. If the Dodgers win and the Jays win, they have home field by 1 game, 1 win. We would have lost a tiebreaker if we were tied. But either way, 5 2/3 throughout the whole playoffs for Kevin Gosman. Okay? Varland versus Suarez. It's not an underdog feat. I'm sorry. That is the most disingenuous bullshit Dodgers beating the Brewers is not, no. It's disingenuous. That's disingenuous. That's bullshit. 1-0. It's bullshit. 1-0. Disingenuous as hell. 1-0 on Suarez. High ball. Suarez, does he swing? Nope. 2-0. Mariners are 2 for 29, 2 walks, 3 RBIs with men on base. 0 for 9 tonight. Can we make that 0 for 10? Ball. 3-0 for Varlin against Suarez. Either he's afraid of Suarez or he's just, I don't know. Should be able to get Crawford or Canzone out, so it's fine. But Varlin looks to be walking his first batter. Strike. 3-1. Toronto FC end their season tomorrow. We'll be live for it. The final ever TFC game I do in this room. And whatever, what was it, like early season TFC? I don't know. Did I do one up there? Ball top of the zone. Really? 2 out. Eugenio Suarez walks against Varlin. Man, I wish there was ABS because that was not a ball. Crawford. JP Crawford versus Varlin. Hope he doesn't get a hit because if he does, that's probably a tie game. Crawford v. Varlin, 2 out, bottom 6. Jay's 10 outs away from leading the series defensively. 9 outs away offensively. Well, that doesn't, you want to add on, but it doesn't matter as much. Crawford versus Varlin. Strike 1. 0-1. Ball. 1-1. Ball. 2-1. Wish me luck on the plane ride. Went bougie, got extra space seat for a solo trip. Hey, best of luck. Hopefully the plane ride goes smoothly. Hopefully you like the extra leg room, extra space, and enjoy your trip. Hit down by Crawford, and that's going to be an out. 9 outs away. Blue Jays get out of it. End of the 6. Going to the 7. Blue Jays, 3 innings away from tying the series, 9 outs. They got J.P. Crawford to ground out. Louis Varlin does. That's the end of the 6. Two 2-1 Blue Jays. Going to the top of the 7. This is the most high-pressure game. I swear to God. Dear God. I don't have a blood pressure reading, but shit, I bet it's high. Dear God. I don't have a watch on or a cuff, but I bet it's high. Dear God. 3 innings to go. We have to play the full 3 because, we're the away team. So 3.1 a bullpen with a 1-run lead. Everyone ready to buckle the F up. That's true. Now it's 3. Get some runs. Jimenez, top of the order. Have you ever cried for a sports team win? I'm going to tell you, if the Blue Jays, not tonight, But if the Toronto Blue Jays clinch and win the pennant, you might see me cry on camera. This is something I've never, I mean, not that I haven't expected it. That 2015 team I thought could do it. And we were close. We were 2 games away from winning the pennant. I've cried for losses, not on camera. I've cried for wins, not on camera. But I don't know if I could help it. I'll be honest. If the Blue Jays win the pennant, you might see me cry on camera. You might. You probably, honestly, I don't know if I could hold it back. If the Blue Jays, honestly, I think I did cry on camera when the Leafs won that first round series against Tampa as well. I think I did. So it's not the first time, but if the Blue Jays go to the World Series and win the pennant, I might cry on camera at the end of the stream. I might. Like, it's whether they do it Saturday or Monday or Sunday or Monday, it doesn't matter. I'm probably crying on camera. I'm gonna be real. Well, do with it what you want. Jimenez versus Wu. Jimenez fouls it off. Hey, do it if you want to. I don't regret it. And you know what? If you screen record me crying on camera when the Jays win the pennant, I don't regret it. You want to meme me? Screw you. Well, do what you want, but screw you. And that's going to be on the ground, and Jimenez grounds out to first. Rivas to Naylor, 1 out. 2015 Mets, I didn't cry about that. Maybe you did, but I didn't. I was happy for him, but I didn't cry. Insurance run. We got George. One out, top 7. Springer takes the ball, 1-0. One and 0 inside ball on George Springer. Ball, strike, low strike with a sweeper, 1-1. One out. 22 pitches for Wu. And he hits him. Oh, no. George got hit in the knee. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. Dude, I'm a Baptist. And George got hit in the knee, the back knee, on the kneecap. Oh, no. Blimey. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. I do not, Daniel. Oh. And he gets hit in the knee. I hope he's okay. Oh, no. No! George, savior of the Blue Jays. He might know. Why, Wu? Why? Why? Why did you do that? You jackass! You're a jackass, you know that? Hey, jackass. We love you, George. George is going to go to first. He's going to go to first. Well, at least he's walking on it. George, savior of the Blue Jays, Brian Wu. At least he's walking on it. George is walking to first. We'll take it. Hit by pitch. At least he's walking. Blimey. Brian Wu went full Max Verstappen. Wait. When things aren't going well for him, he resorts to unnecessary anger and borderline violence. When things aren't going well for him, he resorts to unnecessary anger and borderline violence. I think George is going to try to fight it through. He's going to try to fight it. I think he's going, nope, Joey Loperfito's in for George Springer. Ah, Lord. Joey Loperfito's in for George Springer. Ah, no. Oh, no. At least he's walking. That's the good news. The bad news is he's getting pulled from the game. Joey Loperfito's on first as a pinch runner. Hopefully that's all it is. Win it for George! Hey, Blue Jays, win it for George. Come on. Brian Wu, you're on my shit list. Nathan Lucas. Ball, 1-0. 1 out, 1 on. Back leg, the one he loads up on for a swing. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. You know what? Yeah, no. Somebody should get a pitch to the dome. Hit foul by Lucas, 1-1. Somebody should get hit, take a pitch to the dome for that. Who they got up next? Canzone, Rivas? No, we Bean Julio. Bean Julio. We're going to get to Julio. Hit him with a pitch. I don't care. Bases won't be loaded. Lucas gets it to first. And that's going to be a second out. And Loperfito stays at second. 2 out. 2 out for Lucas. Or 2 out for Vladdy. Vladdy Jr., you know what you have to do. You know what you have to do, Vladdy. Bizzardo and Spire in the bullpen for the Mariners. Vladdy, you know what you have to do. That's why I'm saying you know what you have to do, Vladdy. Wu versus Vladdy. You know what you have to do. You know what you have to do. And they intentionally walked him anyway. Okay. 2 on, 2 out. Kirk is up for the Jays. Well, now it's Alejandro Kirk. You know what you have to do. You know what you have to do, Alejandro. You got him once, get him again. You got him once, get him again, and put it out the frickin' park. Make it 5-1 Blue Jays. You know what you have to do. Do it for George. And Kirk, high fly ball, foul. 0-1. You know what you have to do. Loperfito. And Kirk hits it. And he's going to be out at first. Yep. End of the 7th, middle of the 7th, we move on. 2-1 Blue Jays. Okay, Blue Jays, let's play ball. You got a diamond, you got 9 men, got a hat and a bat, and that's not all. You got the bleachers, you got them from spring till fall. Got a dog and a drink and an umpire's call. What do you want? Let's play ball. Okay, Blue Jays, let's play ball. Okay, Blue Jays, Let's play ball. Let's go. Designated hitter, Joey Loperfido. And Louis Varland's in for Canzone. Okay, so Louis Varland will take the top of the bottom of the 7th. Louis Varland will take the bottom of the 7th. Bottom of the 7th for the Blue Jays, Louis Varland stays on. Lol. You know what? Varland stays in for the towel. That was funny. The towel, that was funny. Bottom of the 7th, they're going to stay with Varland. Yeah, he is. He is. I don't care if Springer plays on Sunday. He is. He hit him with a back knee. The guy who made the Jays tick. The reason why George Springer had the year of his career, or a career renaissance, at 36, the Blue Jays would not have won the division without what he did. I say savior of the Blue Jays for a reason. It's not like I'm just using that joke, stealing that joke to steal it. He legitimately is. He legitimately is. It works because it's true. Like the George Savior of the... It works because it's true. And they go and hit him. I don't know if it's intentional or not. I don't care. Mariners fans are freaking... They were booing when he stood up. They were booing when he stood up. That's the good news. He stood up. That's the good news I'll take from that. 57 chance for the Mariners to score 2 more runs. Well, let's see what Varland does against the bottom of the Mariners lineup plus Julio. I think we got to throw at somebody, in my opinion. Not Canzone or Rivas. No, Julio. 1-0. You going to throw at one of our guys? We should throw at yours. Strike. 1-1. Brian Wu pulled a... Oh, Lord. Brian Wu pulled a... Damn it. Sam Bennett. He pulled a Sam Bennett. Ball. 2-1. Brian Wu equals Sam Bennett. George Springer is Anthony Stollers. I can't believe that happened twice. I don't know. Would I rather be hurt concussion or kneecap? That is going to be foul ball. Foul ball. 2-2. Just foul. Just foul. Oh, they don't challenge it. Oh, no. Canzone about to just hit a tying home run. Let's see. It's just foul. Just foul. Just foul. They're going to challenge it and lose a challenge. Just foul. Just foul. Just foul by Canzone. Just foul. Just foul. Just foul. I think that's foul. It was on the other side of the pole. If that's not foul, I don't know what is. That's foul, right? It has to be foul. It was on the other side of the pole. It didn't hit the pole. Not like Judge. Just foul. That's just foul. Horrible challenge. 2-2 on Canzone. Hopefully, since that was foul. Foul ball. Mariners lose their challenge. Or lose one challenge. Kai and Ty. A Kai and Ty reference. That I did not expect that. Two and two. Hey, maybe that was Varland's a home run. So whatever. Yeah, but that was kind of... I didn't see how they'd overturn that unless they just hate the Jays. Then again, well, it's not the Yankees. That's probably why. Ball. He got him. Strikes him out with a foul tip. 1 out. 8 outs to go. 8 outs to go. He got him with a foul tip. He swung through it, and he tagged him. 1 out. 1 out. 8 outs to go for the Blue Jays. Defensively. Next up is Rivas. Ball. 1-0. Can we stop walking the number 9 hitter? Can we stop doing that? That'd be very nice. Strike, just at the bottom of the zone, 1-1. And Brendan Little's in the bullpen. No way. Ball, 2-1. Brendan Little's in the bullpen. He's still up. Oh no. Just no. Just no. Just no. Strike, 2-2. There's no way he'd pitch the 8th or 9th, right? As long as we get out of it, there's no way he'd pitch the 8th or 9th, right? Unless they just want Varland to throw at somebody. 2-2. 2-1. 2-1 Blue Jays, 2-2 count on Rivas. Varland, you better finish this inning because if Little, that's hit foul, 2-2. If Little comes in, we're at least going to be tied. Ball, 3-2. Horrible changeup. Horrible changeup. Hit it. Foul ball. Rivas with a foul ball, 3-2. Popped up by Rivas. Into the air. It's going to be Lucas and caught. 2 outs, 7 to go. Dear God. Next up, Julio Rodriguez. Julio Rodriguez and Cal Raleigh, Wolff face. Well, if he gets on, I don't know. I don't know if I want Cal Raleigh to face Brendan Little. Get him out. Get him out, Varland. Julio versus Varland. Strike 1. 0-1. I guess we're seeing Hoffman, Sir Anthony again, probably. If we get through the 7th without a change. Probably. In some form. Strike 2. Rodriguez is trying to take the freaking cover off the ball. 0-2. Get him again. Cal Raleigh will lead off the 8th if Julio gets struck out. I think you do it again. If we get through this without a change, you go Hoffman 8th, Sir Anthony 9th. Hardest part of the lineup gets Hoffman. Ball, 1-2. I think you do it again. It worked last night. I think you do it again. I think you have to do it again. Right? 1-2. Trying to get him low on the zone. Trying to get Julio to chase some bad pitch. Hit, foul, 1-2. Julio Rodriguez versus Varland. Strikes out! 6 outs to go. End of the 7th. We're going to the 8th. 2-1 Blue Jays. 2-1 Blue Jays. Blue Jays. 2 innings to go. 6 offensive outs, 6 defensive outs. Streams will be up for the next couple of days. The 4 streams for the weekend will be up after the review is done. I'm guessing Hoffman, Sir Anthony for the final 2 innings, probably. My guess. 6 outs to go. Blue Jays could possibly take the lead to Toronto. This is going to be heartbreaking if they don't. Oh, Lord, man. It's going to be heartbreaking if they don't. Gausman did amazing work. Varland, 2 innings. Well, no. 1 inning and a third, yeah. George, you hate that he's hurt. Hopefully it hurts like hell. And we'll see how he feels Sunday. They're not going to take him off the roster, right? There's no way. There's no way they'd even consider taking him off the roster, yeah? There's no way. That's just sad, man. Top 6. And we got Varsho, Clement, Barger. Varsho, Clement, Barger, Gabe Spire in for Woo. We've got to him. We've gotten to Spire, so we'll see how this goes. And if it's anything close, I'm sure they're going to pull Spire in the 9th for Munoz, probably, right? That's probably what's going to happen there. Blue Jays, we're going to find out. There it is. Blue Jays 6 outs away from leading the series after all the shit they've went through. A ball to Varsho, 1-0. 1-0. Gabe Spire is in, and we've gotten to him during the postseason. Ball, 2-0. Strike, 2-1. You know what? Ball, 3-1. I will say, if the Blue Jays make the World Series, there's a high chance that I'm going to preempt a lot of things for a World Series. I'm kind of considering it. I'm not going to lie. It's only a week. And Varsho, strike 2, full count, 3-2. I might just do every Jays World Series game. If that means I miss most of the first round of the MLS playoffs live, so be it, you know? And the second leg in the Central American Cup. So it is what it is. There's still going to be a Sunday, I think, in the first rounds of games. And Varsho high pop-up will be caught by Crawford. 1 out. 5 offensive outs. I don't know if I want us to run this quickly or not. I really don't know, to be real. Offense combined this series, 3 runs, 10 hits. Very similar to game 1 here. It seems like the opposite version of game 1. Ernie Clement up to bat against Spire. Ernie Clement, high fly ball, deep, caught at the wall by Rosarena, and it's 2 out. Ernie Clement was this close to a homer. So close, so close, so close, man. Just on the line. Just died out at the yellow line, and a Rosarena makes the catch. Damn. And Ernie Clement tips the helmet to a Rosarena for that catch. Top 8, 2 outs, 4 offensive outs to go. And the Blue Jays have Miles Straw up to bat. I guess he's in for Barger. Miles Straw's in for Barger. Okay. Bottom 8, 6 outs to get for the Blue Jays. Once this is over with, Straw hits a fly ball into center field for Julio, caught. Middle 8, we're going to the bottom of the 8th. Toronto Blue Jays, 6 outs away. Cal Raleigh due up to lead off the 8th for the Mariners. Cal Raleigh, Polanco, Naylor. If the Jays could get out of this without any problems, the Blue Jays very likely will win this game. But the Blue Jays have to get through Raleigh, Polanco, Naylor, and see where we go from there. Bottom 9, if it's 3 straight outs, a Rosarena, Suarez, Crawford. This is the Mariners' best chance. This is their best chance to take the lead. This is their best chance. If they don't do it here, they probably ain't going to do it. To take the lead or tie the game, this is the Mariners' best chance. Their true best last chance. If they don't do it here, they probably ain't going to do it. Let's be real. Knowing their lineup. And frankly, if Cal Raleigh or Polanco don't do it, Jay's got to get through this cleanly. Somewhat cleanly. They gotta. 2-1 Blue Jays. If it was a Ken Griffey jersey, like, I could see myself buying a Ken Griffey Jr. jersey. After what the Mariners fans did to George, would I? Any of their current players? Oh, no. No. Brendan Little's in the game. Oh, no. They're putting Brendan Little in for the bottom of the 8th. Oh, my God, no. No. No way. No way. What are you doing? Oh, my God. What? The best part of the Mariners lineup, you're putting in Brendan Little. Hold on. Yeah, I'm going to. My Lord, who art in heaven, please, God, let Brendan Little get 3 outs against the top of the Mariners lineup. I don't know what John Schneider's doing, but please bless Brendan Little. Ohtani first inning, 3 strikeouts. Please bless Brendan Little and not let him blow this game. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, please intercede. Please intercede for Brendan Little. (2-1) Blue Jays. Brendan Little in for the Blue Jays. 3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 2 Ks this postseason. This is an interesting decision. Ball, 1-0. Have you lost your mind, John? Have you lost your mind? Nathan Lucas in right, Miles Straw in left. 1-0 on Raleigh. Ball, 2-0. Ryan Prayer's working. Are you sure about that? Oh, look, that dump 64 here guy is there. Popped up. Raleigh. High fly ball. It is gone. Tie game. 2-2. Cal Raleigh hits a solo homer to tie the game. John, you fucking idiot. You idiot. What the fuck are you doing? What the absolute fuck are you doing? Are you an idiot? Hoffman was actually pitching well, and you throw little? Scherzer was right to tell you to go fuck yourself. You idiot. Oh my God. Oh my actual God. No, you know what? Max Scherzer should manage this team. Screw John Schneider. You know, if the Blue Jays lose this series, I want Albert Pujols. Fire Schneider. I want Pujols. John Schneider doesn't know his head from his own ass. Jorge Polanco. Jorge Polanco's up at bat. Well, at least the Blue Jays have 3. At least it's tied. It could be worse. And Brendan Little throws 2 straight balls because why the fuck did you think that was a good idea? Why the fuck did you think that was a good idea? Oh, now you bring up Dominguez. I ought to slap you in the face. John, I ought to slap you in the face. Polanco, ground ball foul. 2-1. I ought to slap you in the face. I have zero faith in him. Zero. I have barely any faith in any of the bullpen, but this jackass, dear God. I hate you, John Schneider. I hate you. Strike. Oh, well, thank you, Ump. 2-2. I think I hate you, John Schneider. I hated you when you pulled Barrios. You're a jackass, and they're lucky. You're lucky they won the division. You're lucky they somehow won the division. Jackass. If you did it for the ninth, I understand it. 3-2. Full count. If you put him in for the ninth, I'd understand it. Not a little bit more. 1-0 Dodgers. Amazing. I smell extra innings coming. You're probably right. We're probably cooked in that case. Polanco swings, and he doesn't. He walks. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Are you fucking kidding me? They walk Jorge Polanco. Randy Arozarena comes up. Brendan Little's the worst pitcher I've seen in my life. I'm going to kick somebody in the teeth. Oh, and he's still up for Naylor. Have you lost your mind? And he doesn't swing. Good check swing. What the fuck are we doing? What, can Hoffman not pitch? What, because you got him up twice, you had to use him? Is that what this is? Foul ball, 1-1. I don't know what the... We're going to throw this game. We're actually throwing this fucking game. Josh Naylor. We're going to go down to Toronto 3-2 because John Schneider's a fucking idiot. Oh, my God. I want him fired. Ball, 2-1. We were 6 outs away from going back to Toronto with a lead. And now, 0 outs with probably 2 walks and a homer. Their best part of the lineup. Have you lost your fucking mind? Oh my God, another ball. Wow. He has no idea how to command the fucking strike zone. Oh my God. No. And it's your fault. By the way, Dodgers are playing. Naylor, 3-1. Takes a timeout. Can we pull a little? If you walk him, he better be pulled. If he goes another batter, I swear to fuck. That's not good for my heart, you asshole. Misery, thy name is Brendan fucking Little. 3-2. Got him with a sweeper. Misery, thy name is Brendan fucking Little. And he walks him. Are you fucking kidding? Okay, now you're going to pull him. 0 out, 2 on, Sir Anthony Dominguez. At least he's playing the shit part of the lineup. And there's a double play opportunity. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. 2 walks. 1 homer. 2 on, no out. Bottom of the 8th. Mariners top of the lineup against Brendan fucking Little. That was an amazing idea, John. Amazing fucking idea. Wonderful idea. You got to be on crack. Fire him! Fire that son of a bitch. Fire that son of a bitch into space. John Schneider, manager of the year. Bull fucking shit. George Springer made your fucking career. George Springer made your fucking career. I mean, we all saw it coming, but God, that was horrible. Sir Anthony, you better save us. Oh, by the way, day off tomorrow. You could have just went Hoffman, Sir Anthony, but no, since you got him up, you have to make him throw. I ought to kick you in the teeth. And that I mean John Schneider. I can't because no. In Minecraft. Screw it. It doesn't matter. Nobody's watching. Fire to the sun. Fire him to the sun. Is that a bad thing to say? Oh, is that a ball? Ball. 1-0 on a Rosarena. Yay. At least we have a double play opportunity if we get a ground ball. Oh, now he's throwing balls. Wonderful. 2-0. It's Randy Arozarena. Are we really beating around the fucking bush now? Strike one. 2-1. That's better. At least it's tied. I don't know if it will be for long. If we're still somehow tied top of the ninth, that would be amazing. And he hits a Arozarena. Are you fucking kidding? Bases loaded. Is this Jersey bad luck or are they just choking? Dodgers 3-0. Good for you. Fuck the Dodgers. Good for you. Fuck the Dodgers. Fuck your Monstars team. I don't give a shit. And that's a ball to Suarez. 2-2, and we're about to lose the draw too, because God knows. Strike. Thank God Suarez can't see for shit. You need to go to Specsavers, buddy. Foul. Rory. Don't you fucking dare. I love you, but don't you dare, man. One and two. Ball, 2-2. The only thing about you that I like is, well, I like Freddie Freeman too. Teoscar Hernandez. That's the only thing we have in common is Teoscar Hernandez. 2 for 1 are the Blue Jays with runners in scoring position. The Mariners are 0 for 4. We really need to make that 0 for 7. Popped up by Suarez. Foul and no catch. 2-2. Well, do you blame me? Do you fucking blame me? Do you absolutely fucking blame me? And popped up by Suarez. Oh, no. Fuck! Fuck! Grand slam! And that's the end of the... Well, we're going down 3-2. That's the end of this. 3-2 grand slam by shitbag Suarez. You let him hit 2 home runs. Him! I don't even know how to spell his fucking name. Well, we got to win both in Toronto. No, not from you. Not from you. I don't want it from you. Oh, fuck off, no name. Fuck off. It would be so Jays if we came back anyway. Fuck off! Man, what if they came back anyway? Brendan Little, you're a shit bag and frick, man. Crawford pops it up. Man, Suarez hit 2 home runs on us and he scored 5 of their 6 runs. Oh, fuck off, man. Fuck you! Fuck all of you! Especially fuck John Schneider. Rat bastard. The fuck fuck out of my team. I want Albert Pujols. Go fuck yourself. Blue Jays have 3 outs to tie the game. 4 runs to get. Oh, by the way, bottom of the lineup. Yeah, that's amazing. 1 out. Man, it'd be funny if we did. Oh, now you can start getting outs. Good job. Brendan Little, go fuck yourself. And John Schneider, go fuck yourself. Dear God. Well, we're not winning this series. I'm sorry. We're not winning it. We're not winning it. We're not winning it. Thanks, but I don't want to hear it. Thanks, but I want to freaking hear it. Blue Jays are ass, man. Fuck the Mariners. Fuck John Schneider. Fuck Brian Wu. Fuck Brendan Little. Fuck everything. And that's the end of the 8th. I don't want your hug. Go. No. No. There's only one thing that can make me happy, and you ain't that thing. No. Well, Jays could have won. The Jays could have won. And they threw the whole fucking game. We let Eugenio Suarez beat us. No, it would be hilarious if they did. It would be hilarious if they did. It would be fucking hilarious. If they come off, if they score 5 runs on Andres Munoz, oh my Lord. That's what we do with Toronto. I hate you, John Schneider. I fucking hate you. I want you gone. There's nothing that can make me feel better. Well, there's one thing, but I'm just have to wallow in this shit. Sadly. I just have to wallow in this shit. I wish I could teleport. No, this is worst case scenario. We just choked. You're going to beat us once in Toronto out of 2. Like, Trey Savage might win, but we're going to lose game 7. Like, I'm going to absolutely spirit bomb the world. I wish I had teleportation powers. That's the only thing that can make me happy. Because I would teleport to what would make me happy. I don't have teleportation powers, though. I just have to wallow in this shit, really. I just have to wallow in this shit, really. What the fuck were we doing? I want to see Brendan Little ever pitch again for this team. Fuck John Schneider. Not from you. Not from you. Well, I guess... Man, we could have went Chris Bassett, Lauer. Yeah, but it worked out until we put in fucking Brendan Little. The only reason it isn't the worst thing you've seen is because John Schneider is a fucking idiot. Is a fucking idiot. And Munoz 1-1. 1-1. Man, if the Blue Jays came back and took the lead, I would laugh. John Schneider is a fucking idiot. That is the only reason that decision won't be looked at as bad. Yeah, Dusty Baker's a fucking idiot too. And that's a ball 2-1. And let me tell you something about Dusty Baker. The only reason he won a World Series because he coached those fucking Astros. who, even though they did cheat, they didn't need to cheat. And Isaiah Connor-Falefa. And that's 2 outs away from being down 3-2. Man, this hurts worse than the fucking Rolls. Dude, this is sad, man. Dude, this is worse than the Rolls. If we lose this series after all that, unless we win 2 in Toronto or we somehow come back with 2 outs, Andres Jimenez versus Munoz. You ain't getting anything off Munoz. I'm sorry, you're not. He's too fucking good. Andres Munoz is too fucking good. He is. Well, hey, MLS playoffs, I might cover the whole fucking thing. Thank you, John Schneider. Hey, John Schneider, you did a good fucking job. Be like, Ron needs to cover the MLS playoffs. We got to be out by Monday. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. I don't give a rat's fucking ass, buddy. Like, John Schneider was like, I know you don't need to preempt the CONCACAF Central American Cup and MLS Cup playoffs. I'm going to lose for you. We'll be out by Monday. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'd rather preempt the MLS playoffs and Central American Cup for this. Fuck you. Fuck you, John. And Jimenez gets a hit. That'll be a fly ball to a Rosarena. We're out of way. I mean, I got a nice knuckleball. I probably could have struck him out. I mean, I got what? I could pitch 7, 8 pitches. Like, out of the bullpen? Shit, I probably could have. I don't know how good he is at the knuckleball. You can't hit that shit out. Joey Loperfido. Blue Jays will be down, and they'll have to win 2 games in Toronto. Man, they love having their backs against the wall. They love their backs against the wall so fucking much that they force themselves to go back on the wall. George, you better be healthy for Sunday. Jesus Christ. And Joey Loperfido swings through that. And the Mariners, fuck the Dodgers. I don't care. Fuck the Dodgers. I don't care. I'm only talking about the Blue Jays because it's the Blue Jays. Do you think I'd be covering the playoffs besides maybe a prediction video if they weren't in? Dude. The sad part is they didn't win tonight. And that's a ground ball and it's over. Hey, the sad thing is I could easily do the U20 World Cup final if the series was over tonight. And that's a final. But no, we have to play at least one more game. 2-6 Mariners. They lead the series 3-2. They're a game away from the World Series. The Blue Jays have to win 2 in Toronto. Let me make the next one. I don't want that from you. Again, I don't want that from you. Now, if I could teleport, that would be fucking nice. Now, wouldn't it? Not to you, of course. I wish I had teleportation powers. Not to you, though. Blitzo and Rory know who I'm referring to. First of all, I don't swing that way. Second of all, I'm a happy man. Third of all, whatever. Well, at least it makes it easy. I don't have to talk about the runs. I could just shit on John Schneider. That'll be fun. With that being said, I wish I was in that universe, asshole. Well, that was mean. That was mean to you, but I'm sorry for being mean to you, but I'm pissed off. I really wouldn't fuck with me right now. But, oh, fuck off. Are you fucking kidding me? That's even worse. 3-2 Seattle. Shoot me in the head. Hey, let's watch the Dodgers clinch the fucking NLCS. I wish. 3-0 Dodgers. Who thought that was a good fucking idea? Well, that being said, I can't really ride in. That's close enough to a G6. It's fine. I can't ride in Monday even if I wanted to. I'll see you within the hour for the review of this game, which is really just going to be a rant. Really going to be a rant. Really just a shit on John Schneider and Brendan Littlefest, but I'm sleeping horribly tonight. Very horribly. Very horribly. Because I have no teleportation powers and I don't have a fucking private jet. I'm sleeping horribly tonight. I'm sleeping horribly tonight. I'm not a superhero. I'm sleeping horribly tonight. I don't have teleportation powers or a private jet. I'm going to sleep horrible tonight. I'm going to sleep horrible tonight. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in the playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you tomorrow for Decision Day. Toronto FC can't break my heart much more. They already are out. Call the Pirate. And you know what? Frankly, do it for both baseball and football. I could do both. I could do both. Who'd you think the Pirate was? Who? At least out of people that are alive. Who'd you think it was? With that being said, yeah, I'll see you within the hour for the review of this match. I'm going to tell John Schneider to get fucked for 9 minutes straight or more. And I'll see you tomorrow for Decision Day. I feel blue-balled. I feel blue-balled. What the fuck, man? With that being said, I will see you later. I'm Ron and I'm out. Peace. John Schneider, go fuck yourself. In no uncertain terms, go fuck yourself. I'm Ron and I'm out. Peace.